It's Saturday in Argentina. We about to head out, do some walking, some sightseeing, exploring in Buenos Aires. So we dressed now. We about to head out. Y'all see I got on these winter clothes. It is May, and it's the winter time in Buenos Aires. So we about to head out. Wait for the elevator. Alright, headed in. Head to the door. As you can see, other people have on winter clothes. Kind of cold outside. We're in the area called Congreso. Is a city tour bus that takes you to the business within Buenos Aires. So the first thing we're gonna do today is we're gonna hit up this Peruvian spot and get the menu, get the plate of the day. So I'm gonna show y'all that in a second. Pesto bar. Oh, they don't have it up yet. Let's see if they open. Oh, hola chica. ¿Abrito o no?
Todavía estamos cerrados. A la una.
A la una. Ok. Gracias. Yo vuelvo. Ciao.
Ciao.
Alright, so I'm early, so I'm just gonna go catch the train and then just go find another spot to eat and see. So we're about to go take the train, the subway rather, to a different part of town. One of the issues when I first came here is I didn't know how to get a pass, a ticket. Eventually I figured out I can just tap the page. So we're just gonna wait for the subway now. So the train pulling up.
Por suerte le tocó una cola de 20 personas.
truthfully, we don't have any destination. We just walk. I'm not gonna call this place a city center, but it's like an area where you can do a lot of shopping, get food and stuff, and there's several city blocks in every direction. No, gracias, señor. If you're ever coming to Buenos Aires and you want to take that bus, they have two buses. They have a red bus and then they have a yellow bus. Both of them are city buses, and for the most part, they take you to all the same places. But they are on two different routes. So I think it's $35 to get on and to ride around the city. I haven't done it though. I'll just go catch the train and go to those places myself rather than getting on the bus. It takes 3.5 hours to get all the way around the city. And that doesn't include when you want to get back on the bus at certain stops. It could take a while for the bus to arrive, and then it's a line of people. And you gotta wait. And you might not catch that first bus that come to get you at that stop. You might have to wait for the second and third. Alright, so I'm about to see what this is.
Hoy hay peña, charreada hoy. Show en vivo.
Mismo o diferente?
No se cobra eso. A la una empieza.
Sábado. Show de video. Ah, show.
Guitarreada.
Ah, entiendo.
Y después,
Bueno.
si quieres comer ahora, puede comer.
Ok, gracias.
Acá está, mira. Carne, parrilla, pasta y salsa aparte. Milanesa, pizza y entrada.
Ok.
¿De dónde sos? ¿De qué parte sos?
¿Qué parte?
Sí, Brasil,
No.
¿Estados Unidos?
Estados Unidos.
Estados Unidos.
Sí.
La carne es muy buena esta vez.
Ok, bueno, yo sentar y yo comer aquí.
Vení conmigo.
Acá está bien, gracias.
Bebida tengo coca, spray. ¿Quieres un enchufe? ¿Para poner?
Necesito leer primera vez. Entonces,
Después me decís. Ordena.
Sí. So, for those watching,
Esto no tengo hoy. Hoy no hay.
gracias. I had very little Spanish. I'm not gonna say my Spanish is the greatest now, but I can make some conversations. I can get around a little bit. Hopefully, I can do some conversation in Spanish to kind of show you guys. But I started typically where an American would, who had basic primary school education in Spanish. I couldn't hear very well, couldn't speak very well, so a lot of times you just be like, huh? But if they talk slow enough, I can pick up what they're saying. I can talk back to them for the most part. I don't have a big vocabulary, but I try to make it work. Alright, so I'm gonna try to find something in order, and then we'll figure it out from there. Alright, so how to say spaghetti and meatballs, so I have to figure it out on the flies. Then I'm probably gonna forget afterwards. I have to wait for the person to come back. So anyway, while we're here, for the most part, at least today in 2025, the Argentinian peso is about the same as a US dollar.
Ah, traigo pan calentito.
Gracias, señor.
Berenjena.
¿Yo ordeno contigo?
Sí.
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 Este espagueti tiene carne o no?
Sí, con estofado de carne, ¿querés?
Ok, quiero uno espagueti y ¿tienes limonada?
No, limonada no. Por ahí. Limonada no hay, ¿no es cierto? Limonada es que no.
¿Qué
Gaseosa.
tienes?
¿Eh?
Go. Gaseosa?
Coca, Sprite, agua con gas
Sprite.
y espagueti con estofado de carne.
Gracias. All right, so as I was saying, the Argentinian peso is about close to even with the US dollar. So depending on what side of town you're on, it could be expensive, it could be cheap. So spaghetti I got today was 5,000 pesos, which is like $4.70 or 80 cents in US dollars.
Quique, mi nombre, Quique. Quique.
Mucho gusto, Kevin.
Bienvenido.
Gracias, señor. Yeah, so it's $5, but on other sides of town, in the more affluent sides of town, you know, the same spaghetti will be, you know, $20. You know, on this side of town, or like I said, I'm over in Congreso, it might be, you know, a good meal might be $10, $15, $20. I was on another side of town called Palermo, and to eat over there, like $30, $40 for one person. So if you ever come and visit, you know, kind of research the sides of town you want to be on, and kind of see like how much you want to spend every day. Not to say that one side of town is better than the other. It's just more affluent, so the restaurants there charge a little bit more for the same meals.
Pan calentito.
Gracias, señor. Alright, y'all. So while I'm sitting here, I'm not gonna say I'm a YouTuber, but if you made it this far in the video, you like what you see and you want me to do more, please give me a like, subscribe, and share, and that'll tell me that you guys are interested and that I should keep going. Alright, so earlier when the guy asked me where I was from, he asked me was I Brazilian, and the one thing I learned from being here is that in South America, they have a different concept of black. So if you're in Argentina and you have darker skin color, they're gonna assume that you are from Brazil because in Argentina, way back in the 15 to 1600s when Spain was pulling their Africans over, they integrated with their Africans. They didn't segregate them. So, you know, after 200 or 300 years, everybody has like similar skin colors. Like it's a homogenized group of people versus in America we have black and white. We're still segregated in a lot of ways. So when the guy saw me, he asked me was I Brazilian. Of course I told him no, I was from the USA. But it just goes to show like, you know, Africans are everywhere. And one more point on that, I actually met a darker skinned woman here in Argentina. She said the same thing. The first, as soon as she saw me, she started speaking to me in Portuguese. Of course, I'm from the USA, I don't speak Portuguese. And, you know, for the first like 30 seconds, I was just kind of standing there looking at her because I was trying to figure out why she was speaking to me in Portuguese, like why she wasn't speaking to me in Spanish so that I could respond to her. And then after going back and forth a few times after I was speaking to her in Spanish, we realized that we could both speak English, so we started speaking to each other in English. And that's kind of how we figured out, like, I think she's from Brazil. She's an African chick from Brazil. And she said I look Brazilian. So for all you African Americans out there, when you travel to other countries, people are gonna assume that you're from the African demographic that they know about, because of course we all look alike. All right, so earlier when I ordered my spaghetti, I said spaghetti con carne. That's wrong. They literally brought steak. So what I should have said was spaghetti con albondigas, which is meatballs. So I had to send it back. Then I had a delicious spaghetti and meatballs. So now I'm just waiting for them to bring the ticket so I can pay and go. As soon as I get their attention. So I paid for my food. Now it's time to get back out in these streets. But before we do that, I'm gonna show you. When you try to get your food to go, they don't have like a container on the top. What they do is they have a container and then they get plastic wrap and they cover it up. And then that's what you take to go home. So let me show you right quick. So this is what it looks like. Get the plastic container and I get the plastic wrap and just cover it up. Then that's your to-go box. Alright, so I'm recording this part right here so I can show you guys the money changers. They mostly stand right here in the middle. And they ask you if you want to exchange money with them. So once upon a time, it probably still happens, but once upon a time, Argentina had real bad inflation. And so sometimes the best way to get a good rate to exchange your money was to come to the money changers here. So I don't know the story now why they're still here. But if you have some cash and you want to exchange it over, there are plenty of money changers all the way up and down this little street right here. So while we're talking about it, we just passed the ATM. It's in that building right there. So when we come out here and we try to go to the ATM, most ATMs only let you get out 60,000 pesos, which is roughly 59, 58 US dollars, somewhere in there, 57 US dollars. But at the same time, they hit you with the 10, which is equivalent to 10 US dollars to 10,000 or more fee. Like it's a mandatory fee, like you're not getting out of that. So you take out 60, you got to pay an extra 10. And then if you need more money, you got to do another transaction. So that's another 60, another 10. So word on the street is you send yourself money through Western Union, and I guess you can take out as much as you want. I know it's more than 60. And then the fee, you're still going to pay a fee for Western Union, but it still might be your same $10, $20. But in exchange for that $10 or $20, you could get 300 to 400 or 500,000 pesos, $400 or $500 versus just $60. So that's just a tip. If you out here, you need some cash, ATM is fine for a short period of time, but if you don't want to keep going back and forth, use Western Union.
Espanhol, pouquito. Igual passeios é passeios mesmo, né? Citybus.
Sim.
Tigre Delta também.
You do speak Portuguese.
Tipo,
Tu hablas português?
Português?
No, no inglês. Solo português.
No,
Ah, entendo.
Espanhol.
Sí, yo hablo espanhol poco, sí.
Pouquito.
Yo entiendo,
Não,
sí.
mas ela também habla espanhol para mim. Quer ver? Vem cá.
No necesito.
Você
no necesito.
precisa de algo, passeio? De algum passeio?
No quiero tomar
Nossa,
autobús.
mas eu tenho a vendedora que ela habla espanhol.
Que no quiere,
No quiero.
no quiere tomar,
Yo-
María.
Yo hablo con ella porque Yo escucho portugués y no
No entiendo.
español.
Ah, sí.
Solo.
Ah, ok.
Ah,
no,
sí.
no estoy interesado, María, solamente porque hablaste en portugués.
Ah, sim, entendi.
Sí, sí. Gracias mucho.
É de onde, vós?
Gracias.
Graças.
Alright, so when I was walking past the lady, she said boom something. And so I don't know what boom means. I think it's like good day. Whatever she said, it was the beginning of like good day. And so that's why I stopped to talk to her to ask her if she spoke Spanish or Portuguese. But it looks like her first language is Portuguese. And she was trying to sell tickets for the bus that I showed y'all earlier today to go around town. If I wanted one, I could have purchased one from her, but I don't want to ride the bus. I get to walk around and look. If you ever, not just in Argentina, but Brazil also, when you go to like some of the buildings, they have these, I don't know what you would call these things, but it tells you what's in the building. And when you walk into the first floor, it'll look like this, like it'll just be a store, like a whole bunch of stores. Like just like a normal building, and then you'll get to like that part where the elevator is, and sometimes there's like a doorman. It's a doorman, but typically you just walk past him. He's not really gonna say nothing to you. And you just take the elevator up to your floor. It's gonna be some more shops just like this, selling different things. So just keep that in mind if you're looking for something. If they give you an address and you don't see it on the first floor, you gotta catch the elevator and go up to a different floor. The chances are whoever sent you will tell you, so you should know. So I done pulled up in the shoe store right quick, but I just want to show y'all something real quick. You know, so normally when I get shoes, I get these right here. So in the US, these joints like $150. These joints say dang near $330. Man, so that's probably like $320, $315, somewhere in that range for the same pair of shoes. It's the same thing across the board. For these, how much these in the US? They got these on sale for $305. Same thing across the board. These joints, we'll say that's $190. These are my favorite joints right here. You can get these for $60. These joints say $180. Gracias, señor. No necesito nada. So I don't know what he said to me. I needed him to say it again slower so I can break the words down. But it was probably something along the lines of, if you need some help, just let me know. This is a gift shop. Oh, so here's my founder. This is a cartoon character, something that they grew up with. It is a staple of the community. It is a staple. It's a staple of the community. And a lot of gift shops and a lot of places that you go have the Mafalda and her friends. You can take pictures, buy keychains, and all that kind of stuff. So remember we talked about how the streets, they also go in different directions. So it's not just one way of shops and travel. It's multiple different directions.
¿Qué más nos queda?
You can buy the city bus. even though you see people walking with jackets and stuff, and it's probably like 60 degrees. Probably between 60 and 70. It doesn't get super cold here. And it is wintertime, so wintertime cold is at the lowest 50s I've seen so far, like 58, 59. I mean, it might get colder, but that's the lowest that I've seen.
Chaqueta de cuero.
Gracias. So we're coming out the other end of where the shops and stuff are, and there's some parks and stuff over here. So we're gonna take a quick walk through the park before we head back. Over here, it's a lot of high-end hotels. It's a lot of high-end everything. When you're walking through the city, they have a lot of these parks where the people come out and, you know, they either play or they rest and chill, or this guy's feeding the animals. They have also playgrounds right here that you see in front of me, and these are all around the city. So if you need somewhere to come and chill out, you can easily find a park in decent walking distance from you.